as I mentioned, we're going to be covering a simple launch strategy. I know we did cover something very similar in one of the last monthly workshops we hosted with you guys. But the reason we really wanted to cover today's training is because for those of you guys that have been in the group, you've probably seen us launching a program called the AI Accelerator. And that's basically our multi-million dollar process packaged into custom built AI tools. Okay. We spent months uploading trainings, documents, resources, frameworks into about 8 different AI tools, trained on our entire business model that we've been using since 2021. And the most recent launch, the AI Accelerator, we literally used the custom built tools to launch a brand new product. Did about $40,000 profit in 6 weeks, absolutely exploded our coaching program. Uh, and the cool part about it is we used the tools for pretty much everything: the content, the training documents, the offer documents, the actual trainings inside of the course portal, like A to Z. We used the tools we built because we genuinely believe that a good proof of concept is literally taking the thing that you have an idea for in business and applying it, right? And then turning around and sharing how your audience can actually benefit from what you just did, right? So that's the what we're going to be covering on today's call is essentially how we flipped it onto its head and launched a program and never had it be any easier. And I know, like I'm not trying to say that you guys are going to like Flip said. I don't want to paint this picture that you're going to push a button and you're going to make $1 million. It's not what I'm saying. Implementation, showing up, getting out of your own way, and actually deploying stuff in business has never been easier than it is right now. It is a very, very weird season in business. Me and Flip were talking about this a couple weeks ago. Uh, and I was telling him like it's so weird to be in a spot in online business where it's actually easier to just do the work for somebody. Like give them content, give them offer documents, give them trainings, give them content, because we can literally use these custom tools that we've built to extrapolate your voice, your tone, what you want to do, and just do the work for you. Right? It's absolutely wild. Um, so I'll stop talking out my neck and kind of talk about why this training exists. Most people stall out because they overcomplicate launching. Perfect funnel, perfect tech, perfect program. They plan, they overanalyze, they tell themselves, "What if, maybes? Like, is my audience going to actually want to do this?" So we kind of flip this onto its head, and we've been doing this the same way for the last few years. Instead of building in silence and hoping people show up, we get paid to create. So every single product that we have launched to date, we get paid to actually create. We start selling spots before we've ever even created anything. Take the AI Accelerator launch as an example. We started selling spots before we even recorded video number one inside of this program. Did the same thing with Group Juice, which is done over $1 million with that one product. We sold spots before we ever recorded one video. Um, and the reason we do this is because a lot of people do it backwards. They map out the perfect funnel or the website, or they worry about the landing pages, or they start recording videos and then they spend the next 30 days building this course and then they turn around and try to sell it and they get zero sales. So you've wasted all of that time thinking and trying to build this perfect process for your audience that they don't even want, right? So we like to create demand, get interest, start with an idea, and literally start selling spots in a matter of days.
Hmm. The the 10,000 foot overview of the strategy is like it's the training. It's what we're gonna explain to you guys. And I will tell you if y'all have any questions, we'll hit that after we cover this and explain it so you guys can go and implement it like immediately. Okay? But what I want to tell y'all is one thing that we've noticed for ourselves over the years is the faster you can have that idea hit your brain and take that idea and get it mapped out and bring it in front of other people, the sooner you can make money. All right. We can't overthink it. We can't be worried about fear of judgment. Like if you have an idea and you think it's going to help someone, go share it. Okay. So I just want y'all to keep that in mind. Basically off of one thing that I see, my issues being self-conscious. People are going to judge us regardless. All
Yeah.
right. People are going to say what they're going to say. They're going to throw shade. They're going to do all these things anyway. Now, I'll give you an example. I had a $453 payout yesterday. All right. That's not like life-changing money. It's pretty nice though. Paid some bills, right? All using AI. Okay. So like if I tell it to you this way, just tell me if it sounds dumb or not. If if I got someone saying, "Oh, you're trying to, make money online from home, that's stupid. You're no longer blue collar, you know." But then I come back and I say, "Well, I spent 500 bucks to learn how to do this. And then in one single day I made 453, right? Last week was 1,000, and I didn't have to leave my home, and I was present with my wife and kids." Like, do you still hate me for learning this skill, which is also helping other people? Does that make sense? Like, for them to hate on me or judge me or talk junk? Like, how many of you would be totally cool with that? Like, if you made a $500 investment and you got to a point where you could make make a whole check every week, maybe even more than what you make at your job. Like, would you be cool with that? Would you be worried about someone judging you, especially if what you're doing is helping other people? Right. So, 10,000 foot overview. Start with an idea. Put a me in the chat if you've ever had like a really good idea, but you were just too afraid to bring it to life. So we want to take the idea, we want to turn it into a simple offer that people can pay for. All right. So you get paid. That's how people get what they want. So we turn it into a simple offer doc. We love Google Documents. Google Documents have done millions and millions of dollars in revenue over the last few years for us and clients. All right. It's not a funnel. You don't have to build a website. All right. Hate websites even to this day. And you don't have to have like a huge site or just something techie that just breaks your brain and frustrates you. And then the second one, we want to promote it with content. How many of y'all can post on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter? Like, really don't care. We've seen it work in every single social media platform setting. All right. So we can go live. We can post insights. We can post stories, reels, text posts, simple, simple stuff. Right. We just want to share value, share what we're doing, get attention, be seen, let people know what our idea is and how it's going to help them and how they can get it. Right. That's where you get the demand. That's where you get the attention. And that's where you get, the lead flow. It's where you get people to relate to you and see what it is that you're doing and how it would benefit them. Right? And then number three, like Nate was saying, we sell before it's built. We don't want to put time and attention and effort into something if people aren't going to buy it. So we want to get people interested first so that we can see that the demand is there and it makes sense for us to put the time and effort into it. And we get paid to create it. And then after it's created, then we sell it. It's completely leveraged, right? Here's how we look at that. You can go to a job, you might make $25 an hour. All right. So for 4 hours work, you get paid $100. All right. There's your cap. You don't get paid unless you work that hour. How we see it is we can take that 4 hours, we can sell a spot for 500. We sell five spots at 500. We make $2,500. We do the 4 hours of work. But now that 4 hours of work now continues to pay us even after we don't do any more work because we already did it, right? It's a beautiful thing. And then number four, we want to build as you deliver. You can continue to make things better, create modules, simple videos, Google Documents, tools, trainings, week by week, month by month to make it even better and better for the people that grab it. All right. And then number five, this is where we stack momentum. This is where we get testimonials. Like, I'll give y'all a simple idea. If any of y'all have ever generated leads or had a video get more than 500 views, or you grew a following to 1,500 followers, you can literally create something that would show people how they can do exactly what you have did. And it can be outside of the business realm as well. Okay. It can be with hobbies, it can be with just knowledge you've got from your career, things that you know about parenting. animals, etc. Like it's limitless around what you can do and how you can take this and model it. But that last part is where we stack momentum. It's where you get testimonials from people. It's where you are building and creating an evergreen asset, meaning the work is already done and it can be sold at any point and it can be bought at any point from anywhere, whatever you're currently doing. And then you can continue to make sales with it without having to do more work, right? And that's exactly how we launched. It's how we've launched everything that we've ever did. A 2025 version of our coaching program became the AI Accelerator, right? And now we've got a self-paced product with the same custom AI tools that we've used to, do this. Our clients have absolutely loved it. Someone was just thanking us yesterday. I was like, "Can I just thank y'all for creating this? Because like now I'm so organized and content is easy. Like it's not just about making money. It's about taking the path of least resistance. And we see affiliates struggling. We see coaches struggling. We see brand new beginners struggling. And what's happening is like there's all these super affiliates out there and big coaches that are flashing all the big screenshots. They're talking about all the affiliate sales that they're making. And I'll be honest, some of them aren't telling you everything that they should be telling you. They they promise you quick things. Like, hey, 2 hours a day, right? Even if you're a brand new beginner, and you can make 10 grand in the next 30 days. That's a complete lie. But here's what I will tell you. If you are a person that is willing to put in the work and the effort, okay, you could go and make $1,000 in the next 7 days, depending on how hungry you are and if you use the tools, right? So, like, we wanted to create something that's leveraged because we know people learn in different ways. Some people can't afford our higher price stuff. Some people just want an easier way to get content out, to generate leads, to create offers and products, and to make sales. They want to build their brand. They need help with marketing. They need help figuring out their voice, their style, how to articulate their personality to show who they really are. And that's why we got these tools built the way that they are. And 50 plus beta clients joined in 6 weeks. And we built it while we sold it. We got feedback while we sold it. We let that feedback turn into content to continue selling it. And we continue to get feedback. And we haven't had any bad feedback yet, right? And this is essentially what you guys could do with anything that you want to create or any affiliate product that you already want to promote and aren't making the sales that you were told you were going to be able to make so easily. All right.
The goal of everything that we did has essentially been to, like Flip said, and I put it on the doc, talking about everybody wants to talk about how the end goal, the money, how fast and easy the money is. But we realistically wanted to make the actual work that yields the money the easiest part. And I'll use Joe as an example, who's on this call right now. He let us know he went from absolutely creating no content on Facebook because he was overwhelmed, didn't know what to post, didn't know what to do, to now he's doing what, 300 posts a month on Facebook, 10 posts a day on Facebook. Um, from absolutely no content to psychopath in content. I'm not saying you guys have to go that crazy, but I'm trying to give you guys an example because a lot of the market likes to talk about the money, and the money is a byproduct of the work that you do. It's a cause and effect. Online business is cause and effect. Okay, we want more attention. We have to post more content. We want more sales. We have to put ourselves in a position to even make more sales. Now, a lot of the people, with 700,000 Instagram followers or, massive audiences can realistically go out and make money with absolutely everything they touch because they have the audience, they have the demand, they have the attention. They've been playing the game for years, but they don't tell you that. Hey, I failed for this. I bought this new program and I already had an email list of 75,000 people, so I bought this new thing and I made a bunch of money because I already had the audience there. I already had the list of people that I could just invite to this brand new opportunity, right? So we don't care what you promote, what you sell, what types of industry you're in. If you want to promote our products, you can. If you want to use anything that we teach you to go promote or create your own stuff, that's all good too. The vast majority of our client success with the awards we've shipped out, which is over $3 million in track sales. And that's just what we can see. A small fraction of that is with promoting our products as an affiliate, right? And I will give you a brief recap of like why this is probably the smartest way to launch anything. Because if it's a bad idea and your audience doesn't want it, you didn't really put any work into it, right? Like instead of me building this entire program and then trying to sell it, I wasted all that energy. And I'll give you guys a real-time example of what this looks like in our business, as well as we just did this with the AI Accelerator, but we did this before AI. Okay, we did this with the group juice. I'll give you guys a real-time example. February 1st, we launched our first ever paid product. Okay, and it was really showing people how to build a business without cold DMs, outreach, adding friends, or posting in other people's communities, or taking sales calls. It was removing a very popular thing in the market at the time. We started with a Google document and we promoted it for, I want to say, 21-ish days. We got paid to create it. We had produced $10,000 profit to create this product. Uh, and then we doubled the price. And then that one product itself turned into $1 million in our business. Those 5 live videos that we did inside of a Facebook group turned into $480,000 profit before we changed anything else. That's all we did. We had an idea, we promoted it with content, we went live in we sold access to a Facebook group where we went live for 5 days in a row. And for about a year and a half, that was our entire digital product that absolutely changed everything about our lives. Changed everything about a lot of our clients' lives. The 790 people that have purchased that program uh, have had a completely different business because of it, right? So, and I only wanted to bring that up because this isn't a new strategy. This isn't a new process that we just like figured out.
Yeah.
There's years of data behind our process, but now it's even easier because we've baked that process into AI tools that do most of the work for you.
Yeah, it was still simple when we were doing it manually, right? But with the tools that we built, which is now a great offer, it's faster. It's literally, and me and Nate, we've never preached easy. We've never preached nothing but, hey, put in 6 to 12 months. If you're not willing to put in 6 to 12 months, then don't buy anything from us. That's been our marketing message about anything that we've ever sold. But what we've seen people do and how quickly they've been able to do it with these tools, it even shaves that 6 to 12 months into a lesser time frame. Like all you've got to be willing to do is use the tools, ask it questions because it's got everything that we've ever invested in, all the strategies we've ever used, how we've coached clients. Like it's even got logic from, thousands of hours of us teaching built into these
Not
tools. So
starting
you just ask it.
anything just to
I'll give you an example. If you went in there and you're like, "Hey, I've got this affiliate product. It costs $1,000. It helps people do A, B, and C, right? It's really for XYZ person. I need you to help me create some content to promote this so that I can make my next $1,000, right? And it's going to give you everything that you need and the best ways to start, even if you don't have an audience, because then you could say, "Hey, I also want to grow my audience while doing this." Right? So I'll let Nate walk y'all through why AI changes everything.
And I'll give you guys full transparency. We were very resistant to AI. You can find a ton of videos on the internet of me and probably Flip talking about, hey, AI is going to water down your brand. It's lazy. Don't use it. And I think there is a right and a wrong way to use it. We never logged in to ChatGPT. I literally never used ChatGPT until March of this year, so about 6 months. And in that time, we went from never logging in, never using it. We were actually at a conference in Vegas talking to somebody who was like all about AI. We were having a burger with him, and he was telling us about all these different applications and how we could use it. And we came back from Vegas from getting an award for crossing $1 million with Group Juice. And we made it a point to start slowly integrating it into our business in certain stages. Um, and we're not saying to like go open AI or a generic AI tool. and get everything in the world from it. Okay, like we're using highly customized and trained tools on hundreds of hours of calls, on documents, on resources, on scripts. And one of the main reasons we really started to do it was because uh, to create a better customer experience for our coaching clients, right? We have an absolute huge coaching program. It's actually been the lifeblood of our business for years, but it got too big, right? It got way too big. Like expecting somebody to come in and watch 1,500 hours of trainings and being like, hey, best of luck to you. Go find what you need in this huge monster of a program. It was a bad experience for our clients. So we wanted to make it easier for them. How could they not only get what they need, how could we actually make the experience easier for them when they come in? Right? Take ideas, turn them into offers, content, etc. Hyper personalized plans to every individual who jumps in without having to spend 18 weeks trying to find what's relevant to them.
Yeah.
Right. And we didn't have to change our coaching program. And I don't mean to say this like any ego. Our coaching program makes us over 6 figures a year. So we didn't have to change it. We literally did not have to change a single thing. Clients are paying us, right? So it wasn't even necessarily a change about us making more money. It was literally a change about how can we create a better experience for the customers we already have.
Yeah.
Right?
Let me ask y'all, how many of y'all have made some kind of investment, whether you hired a mentor or you bought a course and you feel like you got burned? Like put I in the chat, right? And here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put I in the chat as well because here's what me and Nate want you to know. Me and Nate didn't plan to become super affiliates. We didn't plan to become coaches or consultants or anything that you see us doing in today's time. But what we did know is we were getting burned. I spent 40 grand over 3 years. Didn't have anything to show for that 40 grand other than, the courses and messages from mentors that I did not get support from, right? So basically lack of support from things that I purchased out of that 40 grand. Nate had some similar experiences as well. But I made a promise to myself. I said, man, if I figure this out, and help myself, I'm gonna help other people. All right. That's been like the whole goal. And like we can now sit here and say we've had over 5,000 customers, and 6 refunds, three from absolutely crazy people, bless their hearts, and then three that were out of our control from people that were trying to just buy and steal our information. We don't have any bad reviews from people that have actually used our stuff, have actually been in our coaching and applied what we taught. And we've got a lot of results to back up everything that we're telling you guys today. And we take huge pride in that because of our marketing message. We could have made a ton more money if we were out here just lying to people. But we've been so honest and transparent that we haven't made as much money as you see other people making. But that's because we are telling people all the things that nobody else is telling them. All right. So you might find a bad review from a few folks trying to make their thing look better. But I'm talking about people that actually came in, worked with us, implemented, followed up with everything that we were teaching. Like there's a lot of people that have bought from us in this room, and I'd be willing to bet uh my life that they don't have anything bad to say. If they did, they wouldn't be here listening to us right now, right? So I just wanted to throw that in there because me and Nate have been there where we've gotten burned. Okay, we understand, and I was too dumb to quit. Anyone else that had dropped 40 grand over 3 years with courses and mentors and hadn't made anything probably would have quit long before they hit 40 grand, but I just was too dumb to quit and I just kept going. So now I kind of want to walk y'all through the Clarity Compass system. Okay. So if y'all got questions after we talk about this, because this is going to be our pitch. All right. This is what we're offering you guys. And just honest and transparent. We're not here to blow smoke or promise that you're going to have $1 million in the bank by Christmas because you won't. Okay. So where this came about, the Clarity Compass system, I was telling Nate like a lot of folks are still saying they want in on the AI Accelerator, but they can't afford it since we raised the price. And we raised the price to one, weed out people that weren't serious, and two, to protect the environment that we've got within our coaching program because we don't want to get too big and we want to make sure that we can maintain the level of support and the client experience that we've always been really big on, right? We don't want to get to a point where we can't help all the people that we're actually working with privately. So it was a random idea. And what we decided to do was give away the tools for a very, very low price. And I'll tell you this right now, just so y'all are aware. We have financing, there's PayPal credit, and there's Klarna. So even if 497 seems like that's a lot of money, which I know it is, especially to certain folks, if you were to get approved for the PayPal credit or the Klarna, then you wouldn't have to pay anything today. And there's a good chance if you're not lazy and you're motivated, then you would be able to afford a $36 a month payment. And let me know if you wouldn't be able to afford 36. Okay, because like I really feel like the serious person that's motivated and willing to go through, like I think you could make more than $36 in the next 7 days using these tools. Because the first day that I used one of them, I did $200 off of a random idea I just wanted to test. And within that 7 days, I made over $1,000 using one of the tools with like 4 social media posts on Facebook. All right. So if you can't afford $36, then I'm just gonna pray for you. Okay. Because like I really think this is probably one of the dumbest, best, stupidest deals that we've ever offered. So you get all the tools plus the system without the coaching calls. But like it's literally my brain, Nate's brain, everything we've purchased, every strategy we've ran, every result we've got, every coaching call that we've coached on, and every training that we've taught is baked into these tools, right? So it's a 4 phase deal. And here's where most people get it wrong because everybody wants to make money, right? Let me know if you agree. Everybody wants to make money, but they skip all of the important parts that lead to the making of the money. This is where people are getting it wrong. All right. So number one is attention. This is content that's actually going to sound like you, and all of this is going to make sense in a second. Indoctrination. All right. This is where we're showing people who we are, what we're about, and we're sharing our perspectives and our beliefs, and we have offers to match that. Okay. So offers plus frameworks around belief building. Okay. Conversion. That's the fun part. That's where you get paid. It's where you see money hit your phone or your smartwatch, right? Sales. And these are assets that are built by AI based on what you know or what you've already purchased. How many of y'all got courses and modules and just lead magnets, freebies that you've grabbed? If you've raised your hand on anybody's post and got something for free, I'll explain at the end how you can take all the stuff sitting in your Google Drive, modules that you've purchased, master classes that you've got, and I'll explain how you can turn that into an offer that you could start selling today. Yeah, I'll blow your mind in a minute. Lastly, retention. This is like upsales, how you can make more sales, how you increase the lifetime customer value of people that purchase from you. This is add-ons and just simple ways to keep clients longer. We've got folks that have been working with us and paying us for more than 3 years now. There's there's something heavy that people miss about that. Why do they stick around and work with us for so long? It's because of that retention piece. All right. So here's what you unlock. This is what you get for that 497 or that $0 down if you're approved for PayPal credit or even Klarna. All right. Like zero down, and it could be as low as $36 a month for you to get access to these tools that have done a very large amount of revenue. Okay. So what you unlock, first thing you get is the clarity engine. This is very important. Most people are so stuck and they're seeing 100 things, they don't know where to focus, what to pay attention on, how to start, where to start, what to do. So this maps out your niche, however you say it, your offer. All right. It's also going to help you with the plan. It's going to give you an entire plan to walk you through so you know exactly what to do. All right. Nate's trying to pull this back up. But the second tool is the attention architect. If you've been posting content and you're getting like 50 views or 100 views, or you're not getting any comments, your audience isn't growing, nobody seems to be interested in what you're talking about, like none of that, then you can use the attention architect and it's going to help you based on the plan that you get from the Clarity engine, and it's going to help you create the content. Like we had someone jump in, like one of the first people to use it, and it was like, "This is crazy. I just did, 6 weeks worth of content in like less than 30 minutes, right? And it's already mapped out, ready to go." So this is like your hooks plus content that attracts people that are going to be more likely to buy from you and need what it is that you have to offer. The nurture engine. This is like where we build massive belief. This is where you get to love on your audience and build relationships. How many of you have heard me and Nate say, "Hey, like, look, relationships over revenue." Like we give away a lot of free information to help people get quick wins so that it's a no-brainer for them to do business with us. If those of you that are kind of new to us or you've not been in our group that long, you've probably seen a lot of free information that most people charge for, and we give it away for free, right? So this is like belief driven post and lead magnets. This tool will build all of that for you. If you don't know how to build a lead magnet, it'll build it for you based on what it knows about you and all of our logic. Okay. So that right there, that one tool, like we could probably sell each of these tools for, 400 or 500 bucks a piece. And I'm not joking on that. Like, and this GPT actually wrote this document. All of the GBTs wrote our offers, made the sales, told us what to say to people. It told us what to create, right? It did all of that for us. And then the conversion catalyst, this is this is where you can build offers. If you can say, "Hey, I want to sell this thing. Here's what it looks like. Here's who it's for. Here's the problem it solves. Here's the symptoms they have. Here's a breakdown of the affiliate product that it is, where I can make a $300 commission. Write me an offer doc and show me how I can put an easy PayPal link in it or a Stripe link, and it's going to build it for you. All right. Plus the call to actions that don't sound salesy or pressurized. All right. This GBT wrote the offer. All right. It wrote the offer that's made sales. We've did it multiple times with multiple different offers at this point using these tools. And the Ascension Architect, this isn't going to be needed by, folks that might be in the beginning or even making $3,000 to $5,000 a month right now, but it'll help you get to that $7,000 to $10,000 mark after you get to that 3 to 5. It'll break that down for you based on how you're already doing what you're doing so that you can have back end upsales and retention flows, how to make more affiliate sales based on other things that you have that you can promote, etc. All right. And then the clone creator, this is where your content can be written in your exact tone and style. Like it's going to ask you questions, very, very specific questions that if you spent 30 minutes doing, you could say, "Hey, write me a post about X, in my tone." It's going to write it to sound just like you as if you typed it up yourself because of the questions and how it knows you. And then this last tool, the Tool Maker GBT, this one right here would probably be a game changer for every single one of you in this room, as well as many, many other people in the online space right now. And here's what I mean. You can build your own custom AI tool from things that you know or things that you're sitting on in your Google Drive or courses that you've purchased. Like any information that you're sitting on, whether it's in your brain or in your computer, where you have a login and password for, you can create a custom GBT and you can sell it. You can have it as a bonus. It can go with your affiliate offers. It can go with your service-based offers. Like you could take that one tool, the Toolmaker GBT, and literally have an offer to sale with a digital product as a GBT. This was one of the first things I did, one of the first things Nate did when we were first getting into AI and trying to learn it as absolutely bare bones beginners that did not even believe in AI, and we made a few $1,000s doing exactly that. All right.
Yeah, and this one will definitely make all of the other tools better, right? So we did run a workshop in this in our group, but we built it into a custom GPT that kind of does most of it for you. But essentially, you get to use this to create personalization for all of the custom tools. Content in your voice, it knows your business, it knows how you talk, how you speak, what you do say, what you don't say, what your offers are, your ideal clients. It literally maps out your entire process for your business and gives you about 8 or 9 resource documents that you can feed to all of these. Right.
Mhm.
And I'm personally using these in pretty much everything in my business right now. Attention Architect, I'm using for content. Okay, Nurture Engine, this training document was created with the Nurture Engine. The offer document that's at the end of this page was actually written with one of the GPTs, right? So we're using the tools in our own business to one, create proof of concept, but also kind of put our money where our mouth is and show you that it's not just a placebo of like, hey, this sounds great on paper. Like we're actively using this right now.
Yeah.
Um, so all these custom GPTs are trained on our $6 million in results. Now, full transparency, about $4 million of that is with client results. About $2 million is with our own results, just between Flip and myself, with our own products, affiliate products, retail influencing, TikTok shop, Amazon influencer. That's pretty much all of our results to date. So I want to talk about some proof in motion. Okay, so 3 million views in 28 days. And I think that's just including my views on my Facebook profile, not including Flip's TikToks. And Flip's absolutely been going psycho on TikTok and exploding his audience. So 2 million in sales between myself and Flip, as I just mentioned, 40K in 6 weeks with a brand new offer. And we literally used this strategy and this process to go from an idea. I think it was about 2 a.m. for Flip. I said, hey, let's do this idea for our coaching program. By Monday, we had an offer document, and by Friday, we were making sales at $1,000. Um, okay, entire pages, launches written in minutes with these tools. Like it is, I really don't like this word, but that's the reality of it. Is it's never been easier to implement, to deploy, to actually start putting in the reps that yield the results in your business. More content, putting out lead magnets, trainings, offers has never actually been easier. You could literally have a digital product ready to sell by the end of today. And that's absolutely insane because we've never been in a season of business like this, right? And that's coming from somebody who has been playing the online business building game since 2018. I've been full time online since 2021. Um, so it's not just like I just started yesterday and I'm telling you this. Like we've both been full time online for years. Um, so investment, one time payment, 497. We're not doing any like crazy price increases or FOMO type stuff. That's what it is. It's $497 to get instant access to all these tools, or zero down with PayPal credit or Klarna. Um, Depending on the payment plan you take, that obviously that varies. You get lifetime access to all the tools, all the updates. You also get access to a training portal, which has about, I think it's about 30 videos that kind of cover each pillar of our business in depth. Now, full transparency, we run the exact same 4 pillars in business across the board. Whether you learn something in our free group, our paid offer, or our high end coaching program, we don't deviate from the 4 principles that Flip mentioned. Okay. Instant setup. You can literally dive into these tools right now. You could literally have your business plan done in about probably the next 60 minutes if you actually took some time to do it. The only cost outside of this would be you need to have a Pro GPT account. Okay, so that's $20 a month. Just full transparency. You'll run into problems if you don't have a Pro GPT account, but I know a lot of you guys probably already have that. So, um, private affiliate program, we are going to be turning this into an affiliate product. So for any of you guys that end up purchasing, you can promote this to your audience. Some of our coaching clients are already planning on promoting this. You earn $248.50 per sale. Okay. So 50% commissions on that. First or next sale playbook. Use this to make your $1,000 plus and hit the profit zone. You unlock instant access to Clone Creator, Cashflow Copilot, and tools. We just had somebody let us know that they've turned this one tool itself into, I think, what was it, $4,000?
They corrected me because I they had said the couple days before that it helped them make over 2,000, and then I actually posted the content following what we teach folks, and he was very quick. He said, Uh, it's actually over 4,000. So he just used that one tool to make over $4,000 with his own offers, which I thought was pretty dope. So just straight up, no fluff, full transparency. Like you guys can get started with this today. Depending on whether you get approved for the PayPal credit or not, could be $0 down, and you'd probably be making money before your first payment's due if uh if you jumped into it and took it serious, right? So like that's that's literally what we wanted to share with you guys today. So like we can send you this to where if you want, you can jump in, you can grab it. Highly encourage you guys because I can guarantee you based on what me and Nate have seen, there's a ton of people that need this. And as an early adopter, you could be the first person to bring it to your audience. All right. And like everything in here, like you can literally apply it with anything that you've already purchased, offers that you already have, affiliate things that you already promote. Like if you had this idea how you want to create something of your own, how you can uh, get your audience to grow, how you can open up other income streams, all of that. Like this is what's going to be able to help you do that plus more. So if you want to jump into this and grab this, go check the financing or buy it outright. Um, just message me and Nate in the chat right here so we can take your name down. If you just say the word like send it, we'll message you, or you can send us a message on Facebook or in school, and then we can send you the full breakdown of where you can check that out. All right.